All right. Good morning. I made it. Hello. Today is technically the start of week 5, I think, because we finished week 4 last week, and it is the start of our week 5 of relearning math. Oh, hi. Hi, Coffee. Good morning. Good day. Good time. Yes. I was like, do I stream or do I go back to sleep? And then I was like, you know what? You do want to learn math. I'm sure you do. So, I don't know if it was the coffee that woke me up or if it was just wanting math. Let's see. So, my voice is okay. Yes, okay. I saw a notification here, which I know means nothing, but I just like to see when there is one. Did I gain? Oh, we got this. Yeah. All right. This fire with a 5 on it. So, is this week 6 then? I have no idea. So if I say resume, you won't take me to algebra, right? Well, yeah, you should, because this algebra. So unit 1 and 2, 100% and 98% passed. And then unit 3, which is about working with units, is where we were. And I remember liking it. So let's see. Oh, my cold, I believe, went away, actually. Yeah. I went to work and everybody had a cold. I was like, okay, then I'm not special. But seriously, it is normal. Like, it's just start of winter. Why would you recommend me to go back? Oh, this quiz is 60%. Wait, where am I? Oh, I'm back at unit 1, unit 3. That's where we were. Yes, we did first part. We did the first practice session, and now we're here. 3. Come on. Okay, we're here. What does it mean? So we did the conversions, but now defining appropriate quantities for modeling. Oh, as if like it makes sense to say kilometers per hour when you're talking about a drive, but when you're talking about human speed, it's probably better to say is it meters per? I have no idea. Anyway, you get my point. Like when you talk about the distance between stars, you don't say how many meters it is, you know? Okay, we just plunge in. Is plunge? Yeah, plunge. Dive into it. Let's do this. And start. Oh, it's muted. Let's try again. And let's try again. A.
Which one? So I have data here on two different websites, website A and website B. And my question to you is, which one is more productive? And some of you might be asking yourself, what does it mean to be productive?
Exactly. All right. Huh. I literally asked this question, I feel like yesterday in a meeting, but not about productive. It was about validating something. And I was like, okay, but what are we validating? To say this is valid, what are the things that we are measuring? Which is the same question. Like, for example, we have the number of writers. Cool. We can have more writers, but less people working. Some of them, like maybe this is 5 full-time writers and this is 11 part-time writers, which sort of evens out. Okay, number of posts. Technically, this is more per person, but is that a good thing? Number of words per post, normal. Likes, oh my god, wow. Number of likes for 100 versus number of likes for 200. Interesting. And then comments. Are they writing things that make people angry? Because this one has more comments. And things that make people angry make people want to comment. New subscribers. Okay, this one has far more. And then revenue. Oh, why? Why do they have more revenue? Expenses. They're more money. And then profit. This is even more. I have no idea which one is better. I was going to call out measuring human walking speed in meters per second because I don't really think in meters per second to compare stuff. So yeah, no. I was about to, like, when you go for a run, it's minutes for a human. Is it meters per minute, I think? Or is it kilometers? No, it's kilometers. I thought of the terrible units I use when planning walks. It's kilometers per minute because I think a human being is supposed to, it's minutes per kilometer. Oh. Like, I know they say it's good to be able to run a kilometer in under 10 minutes. So that's the unit that's in my head. Yeah. Because like the apps give you your timestamps of like you ran this much the first kilometer, you ran that much the second kilometer. So it is minutes. Hello. Hi. Tend to use minutes for 100 meters of walking. Yeah, that exactly. Pretty similar. Good morning. Hello. How is life going? Hi, Abid. How's school going? Let me know.
And at a very high level, you could view productivity as how effective something is at producing. So for a given amount of input into the process, how much output are you getting? If you want to get a little bit
so here
more
for
exact,
output, it would be number of posts. That's the output, and also money, obviously.
You could view it as the rate of output per input. But that still makes us ask the question, what are the inputs and what are the outputs? So pause this video and think about how you would measure productivity or how you would compare the productivity of these two websites.
I think most high-level people just think of money put in, money put out. This is difficult because like it's I feel like this side, the website A is new, so the number of new subscribers is lower, but the conversation that's happening around it is higher, so that's a good thing. And if it continues, it could do better than this. But this one is obviously doing better in numbers that are money and new eyes, I guess. I don't know. We don't have views. That probably matters somewhat.
And there's multiple ways to do it. All right, now let's think through it together. And what I'm first going to do is look at each of these lines and think about whether they are an input or an output. So the number of writers. Well, you need the writers to produce the website. So I would consider that an input.
Same.
Although if you were the head of HR, the person who is hiring writers, the head of human resources, and you are hiring writers, then that could actually be an output. But if we're just thinking about creating a website, we need writers to create it. So that's an input. Number of posts posted, average number of words of post, average likes of post, average comments of post, number of new subscribers. Those all feel like outputs. If the writers do a good job, they're going to produce a lot of posts. They're going to, I guess, have a lot of words. I don't know if it's good to always be wordy. People will like their posts. They'll comment on those posts. We'll have new subscribers. So this is all output.
Mm-hmm.
What about revenue?
Input.
That's how much money a site brings in.
Expenses, input, revenue is output.
Before having to pay its expenses. So that also should be.
Wait. Expense has to be input because you're putting money into something, and then revenue is what comes out.
And output, because if the writers do a good job, if the site is well run, they will generate a lot of revenue. What about expenses?
Oh my God! Hi, Momo's here. Everybody say hi. I love your messages. Like, oh my God, hi. It's cute. Writers for a website. I remember when that was a thing. Oh yeah, in the world before LLMs existed. You just made me sad. I'm guessing like we probably know about BuzzFeed and those websites. I know of Refinery29 as well. That was a website. Oh, thanks for saying hi. So yeah. And now, like you said, LLMs.
Well, you need to use expenses. You need to spend expenses on things like writer salaries in order to create your website, in order to generate that revenue. So I would consider that an input.
Mm-hmm.
And what about profit? Profit is all the money you bring in minus your expenses and how much you get left over. Well, some people would argue the whole point of a business is to generate that profit. That is an outcome you want to maximize, an output. And so I would consider that an output. And so the question of productivity really just boils down to which output or what combinations of output do we want to figure out the rate that we're generating relative to some input or some combination.
I would personally think everything. Like just use everything and have that be a final number. Because it doesn't make sense to just take something out. Some of them are higher, some of them are lower. Anyway, when you're just looking for something now and you get like a paragraph or two into reading a random website and then you're like, damn it, this is AI nonsense. Yeah. I don't know if I've had this feeling quite a lot because I'm not that much of a reader of websites. I guess the only thing I read is either Twitter or Reddit, so. And it's probably full of AI, absolutely.
Combination of inputs. So a really simple way of measuring productivity in this situation, let's define it. Productivity.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, there's multiple ways of defining it. Let's say it is equal to the profit per number of writers. So it could be profit over the number of writers. If we define it that way, which website is more productive?
Interesting.
Well, website A, in that definition, A would have a productivity of $10,000 for 5 writers. So it would be.
Actually, here's my question. Doesn't expense include salary? So why think of profit and not have revenue be that?
$2,000 profit per writer. And what would be B's productivity by this definition? Well, $28,000 divided by 11. 28,000 divided by 11 writers. That's $28,000 in profit.
25.
I guess this is 2,000, and we'll round, 2,545. So approximately $2,545 of profit per writer. So based on this measurement of productivity, it looks like website B is more productive.
But that's one way of measuring it. Let's try something else. How much buzz does it generate?
Now, what if we did maybe even a simpler one, or maybe one that you might think is even more natural? What if we thought about it as the number of posts per writer? So let's do it that way. So if we just defined productivity, I'll just do that, as being equal to the number of posts.
Even when it comes to creating a predictive model of like the weather, you need as much input as you get. I feel like, or like data points, let's not call them input. Like these. So I feel like when you choose two things out of this, it's not fair. Why am I so invested in this? I feel bad for the writers.
Divided by the writers. Well, in this situation, website A would have a productivity of 110 divided by 5, which would be 22. 22 posts per writer. And website B, 200 divided by 11. 200 divided by 11 gets us, we'll just round that to maybe 18 since we want to get rough estimates, to 18 posts per writer. So by this measure of productivity, website A actually looks more productive. So hopefully this gives you just a general sense of what productivity is and an appreciation that there's multiple ways of measuring it. And you could do much fancier things. You could say, you could make it a whole combination of outputs divided by a combination of inputs. So you could define productivity as the number of posts posted times the average number of posts. You take that quantity and then maybe add the average likes per post or multiply by the average likes per post. And then add to that the comments per post or multiply by the comments per post, and then divide by the number of writers or the number of writers and the expenses, or divide just by the expenses. But the general notion is you want to take some combination of the outputs, maybe even just one output, and divide it by some combination of the inputs. And you can actually decide how you even want to combine, how you want to mathematically combine those outputs and inputs.
Okay, I like that. You take the output at the top and then the input. You divide by it. Interesting. Ooh, exercise time already? All right, why not? So it is defining appropriate quantities for modeling. So it is about modeling. Like you want to understand how something is doing. I like that. Okay. Analia, that's a cute name. I'm gonna read it like that, and if it's wrong, then if it's wrong. Why isn't there a standard way to find it? That's a really good question. Because, like, I don't know if there is a standard way. Like, maybe someone made some sort of an equation for this. But, like, let's say you create a new company and you want to understand how good your company is, and maybe you hire a consultant who's a finance person and they create an equation and tell you this is how good our company is, but maybe you don't care about a part of the equation, you know. Comparing apples to oranges, that's beautiful. Like, you, depending on how you want to measure something, you may look at it in different ways. And yes, like if you are comparing fruits to vegetables, then including apples and oranges in the same side is correct. But if you are comparing apples to oranges, then that wouldn't work. Like the websites are like maybe handling different topics for different audiences, maybe computer games and baking. Interesting. And maybe when you want to sell something to your either people who advertise on your website or people who you want to invest on your website, and okay, our business is now a website. On the tech side, it's better for you to maybe sell software and hardware around it and like review things. Actually, it's good for everything, right? Because on the baking side, maybe you want to include something like homeware, which is not exactly baking, you know? Like maybe you don't want to sell things that would rot. I don't know. I have realized that I'm not an entrepreneur. Yes. from a finance and accounting perspective, you can ask, like which websites makes more money, which is healthy, which is better at retention. You really need to ask questions, and then you know what comparing what to what gives you the answer. Like sometimes you want to have a final number, and that's like how good, how productive we are. But sometimes you just want to say, okay, how many posts per writer did we have? How much money did we make per post? Like just questions. And then you can create a dashboard out of it. I love dashboards. At the end of the day, they are different. Absolutely. Yeah, even like sometimes post to post, it's going to be different. And you may need to go to that different of level. Because like personally, when I post something, YouTube gives me all of those metrics per post, and then you get it per month or per whatever. It's pretty fun actually looking at the analytics pages. Analia is a school district manager. What does a school district manager mean? There are some details about 2 schools. Okay, now I know what it means. It's a person who visits schools, okay, and checks on them. 2 schools in her district. So there are just 2 schools for her to review for the last school year. We have number of students, number of teachers. Oh my God, why is this so low? I feel bad for those teachers. Like this is almost 1 teacher per 10 student, right? But this one is like 1 per 15 or more. Graduation rate, pretty good, decent. Budget per student, all right, nice. Per student, nice. Students in sports club, okay. Oh, sports medals, less students. I guess they're being more choosy. SAT average, nice. But they have less teachers. Huh. Why am I being serious about this? SAT range, max, takeaway min. They're still doing better. Analia wants to know which school has higher academic achievement. Okay, so academic achievement for me means SATs, but do we include the medals? I don't know. Relative to the number of teachers per student. So the teacher per student part is you just divide the student by the teachers. But then isn't that all right, so how Analia thought of 2 different ways to define this quantity. Identify these 2 different ways among the options. Okay, let's look at the options we have. Graduation rate divided by the number of teachers. That doesn't sit right for me. I think sport models would be like inter-school events, yes, but maybe like it is an achievement but less academic. Hey, hi Frost, what's up? We're studying stats, we're studying units. Is this statistics? It's a part of algebra. I have no idea what is what. Graduation rate divided by, yeah, I would say that one is more relevant because we want to include the students somehow. High school math revision. Is it revision though? Does it look like revision? SAT average divided by number of teachers? No. Again, we need to include the students. Yeah, so I'm guessing B and D. What do we think, chat? Well, it's practice for now. It's not quiz, so. Oh, really? You don't do well with statistics? Huh. Why? Why? I like statistics. I mean, it does not mean I'm good at it. I just like it. 'Cause, yeah. I mean, okay, I know I'm not good at it, but I am still studying it. Dude, as a data scientist, what is happening to me? Data scientist, a few years in when I couldn't think of how to hand calculate percentile of something and had to Google it. I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm not the only one. I feel like is it like too many things, or do we just not use it? Because as a person who works with data as well, hello, I feel like, yes, I need to use some math, but because everything is so abstract, like you're using maybe SQL or SQL, however you want to say it. And like, okay, I don't mind writing a query, but I absolutely don't like the, like when you read a paper and you see all of those math symbols, I would run away. I think part of it is how much we use funny functions for it. Exactly. Like, same. I have forgotten actual math, but yes, we do use many abstracted things, whether it's in like, I don't know, like using even visualization stuff, whether it's Python, whether it's other tools that exist. Okay, we went dark and we're back. So I chose B and D, right? But yeah, and I don't think it's that important to like actually go back and review your math. I don't think you have to, but if you feel like it, why not? If you feel like it, because I don't think everybody has the time or energy. Wouldn't I think you clicked enter. Sometimes I write a message and I'm like trying to click shift enter, and then it just goes to the person. I'm like, oh my god, edit. We don't have to. Oh, wait, you think math is fun? Oh, yeah. I think it's fun, but I don't think it's fun while you're doing it. I think it's fun when you're done with it. Wouldn't number of teachers be considered an input? I think we're doing that. Permission to mention a content. Of course. I don't mind it. It is input. It's number. Oh, do you want to? Oh, well-timed ad. Oh no, there's an ad. Where? Okay, I'm gonna go to sort of an ad break then. If there is an ad. Ad time. Ads are happening. Alrighty. Ads. Where is the ad? Still happening. Oh, okay. Hi, you're back. If Frost can hear us, you're still okay. 20 seconds. I see the timer, so I see now 10 seconds left, so I will wait. Waiting, and now everybody should be back. Yes. Oh, very well timed. Because I can see the timer. Welcome back. And I'm gonna go ahead and where were we? Yes. So let's look at the inputs, and very well timed. And go ahead, please mention who you want to mention. I absolutely don't mind. So I'm gonna go blue and red, I suppose. Skip statistics until you can skip stuff in school. We don't. You can skip. So number of students, absolutely input, but graduated is output, you know. You mean you didn't study well? Nay, I see. Teachers input, graduation rate output. Everything else is output, isn't it? Because like graduation rate, budget is input. I feel like is number of students in a sports club output, because this is output. And these two are output. So this is input, but I'm not sure. I guess number of students in a sports club can be input if the output is the medals, right? Graduation rate is already per number of students. True. I just had to pass the exams. Yeah, getting 50% is enough. At some point during my YouTube content consumption, I ran into some dude called the Math Sorcerer. What was that?
C03CAF3 just redeemed hydrate.
I should. I mean, I have water right next to me, for reals. And the way he talked about it, about just going full hermit and spending 2 months to study math from the ground up. 2 months only? Whoa. And all the way from elementary to high school / uni math, that ignited something in me. Oh my god. That I told my my voice maybe is like recovering from the flu. That's why. I don't know. Let me take a, how many seconds? 3 seconds drinking water break, hydration break. I will mute myself so that, but I promise I'm drinking water. All right, so 2 months. Okay, maybe the person had time, because for me, I mean, I have time during the weekends, but on weekdays I choose sleep always. Because work. Trying to get good at I think, I don't know when, but I don't think I am at the level of like trying to present stuff. So I know. Okay. I thought going full hermit would just mean not talking to anyone, but I guess taking a break from work. Instead going home. Oh, okay, that makes me feel jealous of like, yeah. But yeah, my what is it called, lore of why I wanted to redo this. I am actually editing a short video about it. It's just that I wanted, I saw some math genius saying that they studied Khan Academy, and I was actually rewatching the video, and they were like, so she finished all of Khan Academy math by the age of 11. I was like, interesting. So yeah. The person, the Hannah Cairo person I was talking about during the last stream, and I can put the video in the chat because I have it. Like, I opened YouTube today and it was like recommended to me. I was like, dude, I already watched it. And schools are judged based on number of students that took the board exam and percent that passed. Our school ranked second in 2024 because of sheer number and 100 rate pass. Oh, mashallah. That's cool. That is very cool. Share, copy link, close tab, come to the other tab, and put in the chat. It's called an origin story. My math origin story. When I do my own math journey, inshallah, I'd be likely be suffering through books and use an application like Sage or Mathematica to go through math. Through a terminal. Why not? That would be cool. Tell me if the link works. There you go. If y'all are curious. I don't think any school has 100% rate though. That's interesting. Like, oh hi, Ninjago. Hold up, you're not a first-time chatter. You are a first-time chatter. Hello. Gone adopted. I read it. Yes. Ninja gone adopted. Actually, I actually joined this school because of that statistics, but then I realized what I got myself into. I guess for us, most of like K through 12, I don't know. You can pay to go to schools, but I just went to the normal school. You're deaf too. Mathematica is basically like a math only version. Oh, nice. Jupyter Notebook. I love Jupyter Notebook. I feel like I've heard of Mathematica, but I have not seen of it. Huh. Beautiful. Isn't it like modern technical? Why am I seeing this as MATLAB? I see this and I see MATLAB. Teachers per student generally affects like how intense the teaching is or how difficult it might be. Actually, for me it affects number of how teachers can control a class, because if it's like 50 student per teacher, then that's just going to be hectic. To reach students, pass rate is final measure, like dividing by teacher per student. Teacher per student is not. No, it was a pass percentage, wasn't it? I'm gonna check question 2. This question is really interesting. Which schools has higher academic achievement relative to the number of teachers per student according to the two definitions? Did you get the same results? Okay. I was the worst student because of how much I loved learning. I asked too many questions. Oh my god. I believe I've talked about that with you before. Maybe. I also remember talking about how of a question asker I was at a point, but then I sort of gave up. Yes, we did talk about it. I think that I sort of grew out of it, but I would like to think too. Yeah, he. I don't know if Frost is he. Why did I say he? Anyway, my parents are elementary school teachers. They taught me until 5th. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I also had family that I passed through with being teachers. I'm gonna go ahead and try to solve this thingy. This thingy is, I need to see the numbers first. From here? Does this work? Okay. Ooh, you're a machine. Okay. This machine needs to review some math apparently. Yeah, I sort of felt sad because I thought, oh, I need to fix something on my screen. Give me a sec. Because I fixed it. Right. Because I feel like that quizzical curiosity I grow out of, but I feel like I've gotten it back sort of, so yeah. Okay. I get super hype whenever anybody's studying learning on stream, because that's the thing I want to see more of. And it is like for me, it was a really scary thing to show that side of me, like I don't know that side, because I feel like I see myself as someone who always knows. So yeah. None of the multiple choice answers don't have the teachers. Really? But it says teacher per student. Teacher. I have selected the ones that include the teacher and the student, not only teacher. Yeah. It's terrifying. Yeah. Yes, it was terrifying. It is continuously terrifying. Yeah. Huh? Oh, because Frost is a machine, that's why. You want to explain Schrodinger's equation? Graduation rate. So if I go for A, we have an 86%. Oh god, that's not how you write number 6. And then that divided by teacher per student, and teacher per student is already divided by number of students, so shouldn't be, because then, oh, that's what you mean. No, Frost is also Abud, the idea of VTubers sometimes have lore, and some VTubers are not human, so I'm guessing Frost is one of those non-human VTubers who's, according to my knowledge, has not debuted yet. Please let me know if you have. We've all converted learning into such a stressful private experience. Oh my god, absolutely. Having to do it in public normalizes learning empathy. That's lovely. Okay, so graduation rate already has the number of students, so we don't include. So according to chat, which I am now taking note, graduation rate by the number of teachers makes sense, but the SAT I personally don't think should be divided by the number of teachers. I think it should include the students. So that's where we are. Yep, haven't had my proper debut. Had a proto PNG model. Haven't gotten my first YouTube video. Okay, I think we need to talk more in detail later. But yes, I love Davinci Resolve, but it also makes me sometimes. I don't know why I prefer editing on my phone far more than I prefer editing. Yeah. And no worries. It's okay. VTuber lore is actually pretty fun. Which I don't have. I'm just a human learning. That's my lore. Okay, let's try A again. So we have our 86 percent graduation rate, and if we divide by the number of teachers, 190. I'm gonna get that number in a bit. And then for the other, SAT average divided by teacher per student. So I need to get teacher per student first. And so this is A. For B, teacher per student is, where are the number of students? Here we go. It is teacher 380 divided by 10,000, which becomes, and then divide all of that by the SAT average. I mean, put it in the top, not. And that is 1050. Let me do some of those maths. Don't want to be too self-promo-y, so I can super dump to you all about this stuff. I'm excited. I mean, I don't mind it, absolutely. I don't see it as promo-y. I see it as like talking about issues we have. But yeah, why not? So for A, 80. Oh wait. So I just made a mistake, right? Y'all saw that, right? The mistake is that this is that, and this is that. I need to like do both for both. Let's do that. So I'm just gonna clean. Is that a thing that cleans? Color? Wait. I guess I could use white. Let's try. Can I? There we go. Alright, this is me cleaning the board. There we go. Yeah, no, it was two different measures, as we say. Is this the correct size? Yes, alright. So for A, why is everything A and B? Let's just, it's fine. So for A, is 86 divided by 190. For B, it's 90 divided by 3. This is percentage though. 80. So first we need to get that part out. Eldritch creature in a time machine. Wow. But I mean, if it helps. Represents. I need a week of revision before I can possibly give an answer. I feel like sometimes you can just be hand wavy about it if you feel like it. And for B, divided by SAT average. Our SAT average is 1200, and then divided by student per teacher. Teacher per student, not student per teacher. Okay. So teacher 190 per student. Where is the number of students? Where's the number of students? Do we not? Do we not know the number of students? And this was budget that I was using. I thought that's the number of students. Graduation rate. So, we don't even have teacher per student. So I would just have to use C. Was it? No, I don't think so, but before I can go up, because if I go up, all of this would go away. So let's just calculate A first. No, Frost is not a chatbot. Nor am I. We're just humans behind a virtual face. So I'm gonna calculate A first. You underestimate how powerful chatbots are these days. And we are less powerful for sure. I mean, who knows if we are in a simulation, then all of us are chatbots. So this side is 0.45, and the other side 0.45 before I forget, 380 is 0.23. So I mean, obviously this side would be smaller, but so for A wins. God, this is confusing. But we do have the number of students. Cool. We have the number of students. So let's do according to both definitions A, according to both B. No, have opposite results. Interesting. So for currently, A is doing better for the time being, according to definition first. Let's do definition last. SAT, teacher per student. SAT, teacher per student. And I should be able to see the chat. I think teacher per student is better than raw teacher. we will do both as a human language model. Human language model. Okay, that's funny. I think we should stop doing the Spider-Man pointing at other Spider-Man meme image of which of us are chatbots. Except for ReadyBot. Yeah, I'm sure ReadyBot would love the label of chatbot. Enjoying the chat. Labels don't matter. Okay, that's funny. ReadyBot is a good bot. Good bot. So if we get an error, then we know it's not A, it's B, right? We'll get there. So SAT average for school A, and school B, we're checking question D. SAT average is 1200 divided by teacher 190 divided by 3K. And then for that one, it's 1050 divided by 380, still divided by, what was the last number? 4,000. So let me do that. Good bot, exactly. Hanging out, enjoying the stream. Wait, you're happy? That's cute. I mean, it's a really well-designed bot that knows it's supposed to be watching the stream, but I feel like it wouldn't know what we are doing because it doesn't make sense for it to process everything. So I'm gonna do 190 divided by 3,000, and that is a very small number. I'm just gonna have to bring that number in, copy, and then divide 1200 by it. So 1200 divided by answer equals, this side is, why is it so high? All right, interesting. So this side is, because that number is way too small, 18947. Cool. Which one is that? Honestly, Abbott, I don't know why we wrote it like this. Where's this 36 coming from? A. Oh, A? Huh. Graduation rate. Oh, you mean school A? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do my little finally catching a stream. Oh my god, Aaron is here. I mean, on the YouTube side, but still, people say hi to Aaron. Very large number. It is a large number. Because, well, I first do this part, and then I divide this part by that part. So, for B, 383... No, remove answer, please. Remove everything. Why not? It's okay. 380... divided by 4,000, 1, 2, 3 is 0.095, and if we 1050 divided by answer, I'm using Google, by the way, the answer is 11. Hi. Oh, hi, Theodores. Are you a first-time chatter? Help math homework. Do you want me to help you with math homework, or do you want to help us do math homework? I am happy with both. Because I doubt I could help you. 11052. Oh no, I have been plunged into the darkness. Okay. So now, looking at those numbers, one of them is 11, the other one is 18. School A goes higher. Is that a good thing? School A is better. Oh, hi. Asher, right? Oh, thanks, guys. For saying, for saying hi, for being here. Because I'm here struggling, and y'all are just... I'm happy that y'all are enjoying the chat. Okay, so school A is doing better on both fronts. Higher is better, right? Yes. So A is good. I got the question for you, Sil. Don't use any calculators. Oh no, why are you questioning my math? All right, I'm gonna do this, so it's okay. 2 plus 1. Okay. I don't love these questions where it's like, do you remember how to do basic math? But here I go. I would personally start here. So we get a 3, and then we have the 2, and then the 9 is here. And then for the next step, I would personally take this again. Oh no, what do you mean? Well, where? Where? Oh, the 3 should be outside. Okay, we still have it outside. No worries, no worries. Is Asher? Oh, Asher is Aaron from YouTube. Maybe? I also have the vague memory as well. Probably. So here we'd have another 9. So the answer is 9 divided by 9, which is 1. Yes? I mean, this is supposed to be like the final answer. Did I pass your test? Did I prove that I'm not a robot? So if I get an error, I am so going to blame, Aaron wrote something in the chat, and I was like, I have no idea what you're writing, but I'm guessing it has to do with like, this before this before this. It is BODMAS says brackets, orders, power and roots, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Yes. A lot of people say 9, yes. 9 divided by 9 though, because there is a 9 outside. Yes I am. Hi, hello. Brackets or parentheses, depending on how you wanna, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna say check again if I get an error, because I believe it's B, but Coffee told me it should be A, so everybody's blaming Coffee. I'm kidding. It's a joke. This is a group. Yes, it was an error. Why is it an error? Okay, graduation rate. It could be, the error could be second part, because I said A is doing better. Academic achievement. Graduation rate, teacher per student. So for A, it was 18K. So that's what I remember, the 18K, right? Google should give you 9 as well. Cool. So I remember that 18K on that side. 1, 2, 3. For the teacher per student part. And if we just say 86, what would we get? And why does it matter? The other side was 11K. 1, 2, 3. And if we divide 90 by this, would the numbers be similar? I'm curious. 86 divided by 18. 1, 2, 3. That is 0.047. Didn't I do this already? Huh. And 90 divided by 11. 1, 2, 3. Okay, still A does better. So whatever it is, A does better. Let's see if we're... Oh, okay. Sorry, Coffee. Apparently teacher per student is what they want, even though I absolutely agree with you that the graduation rate already includes the students. So it's like repetitive. I agree with you, that's why I changed the answer. Wow. I solved one question in 1 hour because I yap too much. My calculator says 1 because we give implied multiplication. multiplication a higher priority than division, but a lot of US schools prioritize division over implied multiplication. Interesting. When I see parentheses, I'm like, I have to do something about it, because like, is it division or multiplication first? You're right, division comes before. I mean, in the thing that the Padmas something, yeah. So what's next? We want to know which school has higher athletic achievement relative to SAT. Athleticism relative to SAT. I mean, the way I see it, A seems better, but I could be wrong. And this becomes a problem because two different calculators would give... No. Oh my god. I didn't know that. Two different ways to define. I'm guessing one of them would be number of percentage of students to the medals. Like either these or this with the SAT average. So that one, yes. And that one, yes. Because we're talking about athletic achievement. So that one. Both of them divided by SAT. So I'm just gonna get a calculator. I was never actually taught... I don't think I have been taught this as well, actually. And I think a lot of issues like typing out math or assuming scientific calculator are following the same rule. Some calculators will interpret okay, some of them does the division first and some of them the multiplication. Here's our calculator. So I need to percentage of students in a sport club, which is one side is 62 divided by the SAT average 12000 is 0.051, and that's for A, like a properly drawn out equation. Big horizontal line, very clear what it alludes to. Applies to, yeah. Scientific calculators are made to follow what teachers want rather than what the devs thought. I mean, everything that was created, someone made a decision, but if, yeah. Let's do B, which is 68% divided by, oh, that's a plus. See, I'll wake up. Divided by SAT 1050. On this front, B is doing better. Okay. And then on the other front, they're made for users. Yeah, still, rules could be different. Absolutely. Number of sports medals 1 divided by SAT average. I have no idea which one would be a better number. My estimation brain is not working. 1200. Okay, 0.075. And then for the other one, 7 divided by 1050. Huh? I forgot the other... do we have history? No, I forgot the other answer. Okay, that's 0, 0, 2 zeros, and then 66. Let's go back to the other one. 9 divided by 1200. So there are different numbers, opposing results, in my opinion. Hell yeah, we did it. Like the TI-81 calculator, TI or TL, designed at a time when scientists or accountants didn't necessarily sit at a computer. Probably. Are we still talking about? We're still talking about the same. No, same school. Nope. Oh, actually, this is from the video. Charlotte owns 2 entertainment websites. Here's the info. More user engagement per a single writer. So user engagement can be like or comment. I don't think subscriber is exactly user engagement, but yes, it is. It absolutely is. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Companies ask teachers in different countries what they prefer. I guess they would, by teacher, we can mean any level, so that could be true as well. Yeah. Calculator for that country is designed with that in mind. I have no idea. Like, you could probably go to a Wikipedia article on how calculators were designed. Anyone saw Hank Green's recent video about Wikipedia? That was interesting. Charlotte thought 2 different ways. 2 different ways? Okay. Average number of likes per writer. So we're talking about per writer. Yes. Average number of words. Nope. Comments. Yes. So let's see if I can do eye calculations. There is a good video by a YouTuber on this. Ooh. Oh, you can link it. You can link it on Twitch, I think. If you can find it. You don't have to, by the way. So, okay. Average number of likes per writer. How many likes do we have? Here we go. So 35 divided by 5 is 7, I think. And then 35 divided by 11, obviously 8 is doing better. So for the first one, for the time being, 8 is doing better. For the second one, my school had us buy sharp calculators. I know my country doesn't have a standard, or at least didn't when I went to high school. We also bought those fancy calculators in high school, and I have no idea. I doubt it was created for our country. Yeah, we're not that fancy yet. Average number of comments. This obviously has more. Again, 8 is doing way better because far more number of comments per writer. So yeah, 8 does better. That was easy to calculate. Let's go to question number 4. Which website produce a large amount of content per writer? So I'm guessing both number of post and words. And for the post per writer, and then words per writer. For the post, 8 is doing better. But for the words, here we have 100 divided by 5 is what is 100 divided by 20? Is it? I wouldn't mind if you link it if you find it. 170 divided by, it's, again, if this was 200, then it would be fair to compare them. So I feel like A has to do better, but if I get it wrong, well, I get it wrong. 20, thank you. Oh, I got it wrong. Oops, I got it wrong. Okay. Well, let's bring out the calculator. So number of words per writer, that makes sense, right? Content, it's content. So for that, I believe for A, website A does better because number of writers is smaller than the number of posts. Word per writer. We have 110 divided by 5 versus 200 divided by 11. Okay, so that's less. And then 170 divided by 11, 15.45 versus 100. Yeah, A does better both fronts. What did I get wrong? No, we're dividing the bigger number by the smaller number, not other way around. All right. Problem with... Ah, cool. Thanks for sharing this. Where's the problem? Because website A did better in both fronts. Am I using wrong total number of words? Why does that matter? Amount of content. Yeah. I opened it in a new tab on my second screen. Which websites produce larger amount of content per writer? Post and words. And then A does better. In both senses. Why is that wrong? Like, can anyone tell me why I am wrong? Because if I get this wrong, I still have to retake everything, most likely. Okay, if I say opposing results, which I don't think it's the case. What? How is that opposing results? Words per writer. What did I use? I used average number of words per post, which is the number we have. Do we say times? 잠깐만요. How are we doing that? Words per writer. Words per writer. So how do we get number of words? Average. Post per writer? Well, yeah, the post per writer is doing fine, but how do we know the number of words? Do we times them? Do we? Words per post. Oh, first we need to get words times post, divide by writers. Multiply. Words. Right? Can I get a calculator? Okay, so if I try to do B, I would say 170 times 200 and then get that number per writer. Divide by 11. I don't think I got the same number. I did get the same number. 3090. Woohoo. Okay, good. We passed. We got attempted. I'm gonna go next because according to my understanding, if you do the unit quiz, you may get these up if you do it correctly on the unit quiz. So if I don't, we'll see. Next video, formulas and units. Okay. I see volume.
We're told that Marvin has an inflatable wading pool in his backyard. The pool is cylindrical with a base area of 4 square meters and a height of 60 centimeters. What is the volume of the pool in cubic meters?
Okay, I don't like these questions, but we're not gonna skip. We're gonna be nice. Does anyone even remember volume equation? Because I don't.
Pause this video and see if you can figure that out.
I don't remember the equation.
All right, now let's work through this together. And let's just first visualize what this cylindrical wading pool would look like.
60 centimeters.
Like this. A wading pool is kind of a small pool where you can just hang out a bit in it. You're not necessarily going to swim around too much in it. So it might look something like this. I know I'm not drawing it perfectly. It's kind of a hand-drawn situation.
He's actually
making it
really good at drawing.
Transparent so that we can see the base. So the wading pool would look something like that. They tell us that we have a base area of 4 square meters. So this area right over here, that's the base. That is 4 square meters. And it has a height of 60 centimeters. It tells us that right over there. So this height is 60 centimeters. So the volume, our reaction might be to say, okay,
Really? Just multiply? Let's see.
the volume of a cylinder is the area of the base times the height. And so in this case, why wouldn't we just take 4 times 60 times 60, and we would get a volume of 240, and we want it in cubic meters, so we just say 240 cubic meters. Is this true? Did I just do this correctly?
Yes, I'm guessing. Question is, we're talking about units, right? And maybe, even though it did say what's the volume, but would we want it in liters? Because like, how much water can it accept?
Well, some of you might have realized that what I just multiplied, I didn't multiply 4 square meters times 60 meters to get 240 cubic meters. I just multiplied 4 square...
No, we did meter and centimeters. Oops, sorry. Yeah. You're right. I got it wrong.
meters times 60 centimeters.
Oops.
And if you multiply these two things, your actual units would not be cubic meters. It would end up with units of metered squared centimeters, which is not what they want, and that is kind of a bizarre set of units. So in order to get the answer in cubic meters, we would want to re-express 60 centimeters in terms of meters. Well, how many meters is 60 centimeters? Well, 100
Yes.
centimeters make a meter. So I could write it this way. So 100 centimeters equal 1 meter. Or another way you could think about it is 1 centimeter is equal to 1/100th of a meter.
Spelling meter. Why they got to change the spelling for unit? They even... Wait, how do... One would write meter then? Help. Oh, RE. Oh. I don't know why I'm very opposed. I'm very opposed to anything with the RE. Like center, I write ER, not RE. I have been too USified. I apologize. Even color, there's no U in it. They just use miles. That's true. That's what Coffee is saying. He's like, why did we let them change the spelling if they don't use it?
And so 60 centimeters is going to be equal to 60
Divided by
hundredths
100, yeah.
of a meter.
Got it.
So now we can apply this because we're dealing with meters consistently now. So we can say, so this is actually wrong. We can say the volume is going to be equal to the base
So
square meter.
the answer is 24?
So I'm going to write the units down to make sure we're doing the right thing. Times the height times 60 over 100 meters. And now everything works out. 4 times 60 over 100 is going to be 240 over 100. Right. And then meter squared times meter, we are left with cubic meters, which is exactly what they asked us for. And of course, so we could rewrite this as 2.4 cubic meters.
I saw 24, but it's 2.4. So, actually, cute. Miles. Oh yeah, absolutely. Do that for the miles as well. There's a logical reason, so I've heard why American English is so odd. Now I need to hear how Frost speaks. I have no idea what your accent would be. The printing press used to charge by the letter, so they chopped off letters from tons of words. Are you seriously saying color doesn't have a U because of money? that tracks. I know the meme about like saying every British person who tries to write CSS would get angry at like color. Good old capitalism, let's go. Hell yeah. Yeah, my accent is like 90% American and like 10% everything else I've heard when I was a kid, I think. So, like, yeah. Because, like, there are times where I'm like, I shouldn't say this. Yeah, especially mostly names, like, mostly names. I get weirded out by the way I say it in an American accent. Yeah. We know the guy that did. Oh, Webster! It was a spelling reform, which I'm not wholly against. English spelling, God, I don't like it at all. I'm really bad at it. Um, like like Arabic being such a complex language is really good at spelling, in my opinion. English, not so much. My accent is a jumble of different places, but people have asked me in stream whether I'm Indian. I'm not. Yeah. Kids that grow up on the internet have lovely accents. Don't cry, it's okay. I am one of those kids. Closest I can say is, well, I am also from Asia, technically. Asia is like such a big continent that, yeah. Yeah.
We're told that
Asia bros. Yeah, I mean, everybody is like Middle East. Yeah, but of what? Asia, duh. I cannot confirm or deny these allegations. Cute. Spelling bee. I mean, there are people who are really good at spelling. I am not one of them. And I just don't need it. Like, I mean, obviously I need it, but like, I don't need it. Because, I mean, when I write an email, I have Grammarly help me write it. Not sponsored, obviously, because I use the free version.
we're told that Hannah and Martine each got a plant for their home. Hannah measured that her plant grows, on average, 2 centimeters per week.
Someone tell Hannah and Martine they shouldn't measure plant growth. Like, it's not nice. I don't like measuring. I'm decent at spelling. I interacted with spelling bees. Oh, a bunch as a kid. Good for you. My school didn't do that. My school actually joined a bunch of math competitions that I participated in. And I was like top 10 in one of them. So so that tracks, right? I feel like it's mean to compare stuff. Like if you compare my learning exactly, every tree has their own growth rates. Thank you. I feel the same way. Like as a tree, I feel the same way. There's a funny story. I crashed after 3 days of not sleeping. What? In my English language GSEs and got an A despite skipping 25% of the paper. That's just luck. I mean, luck of like studying the correct parts, because you still need to study. 3 days of no sleep. Dude. Okay, so we have centimeters and we have millimeters, so we need to do this conversion part. So before the guy does it, let me see if I can try and do it. Difference between centimeter and millimeter is 10, right? Yes. So this is 30 centimeter and this is 2. Oh God, what is happening to me? I'm gonna put everything in millimeters, which is, this is 20 millimeter. And this is 3 millimeter. And we are, oh my God, this is per week, this is per day. What are they doing? You mentioned math competition. Did they have kangaroo math competition over there? I don't know what that is actually. Centimeters higher, agreed. I don't know what that is, so I'm guessing that's a no. Apparently we do have it here. I just haven't joined it. It started in... I don't know. Well, why am I looking at the kangaroo math contest for my country? Let me go out of that page. Kangaroo math competitions, they're judged by kangaroo courts. Doesn't sound fair. Wholesome math questions mixing per week and per day in one sentence. Surely actual human beings do that in math problem sentences. Yeah. I just feel like that kid that needs to answer math questions of their like aunts talking, ants, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, you do the math for us, and we'll continue the conversation. Okay, so this is divided by 1 week, and this is divided by 7 days a week. And now we have 3 divided by 7. How many 3s are in a 7? 2 point something. And what do I do with these numbers now? Let him continue.
Martine measured that her plant grew. Which plant on your own?
Ah, so this plant's obviously... Wait, no. Yes. Per week. We said this grows 2 per week. What? Millimeters?
All right, now let's go through this together. Then 2, therefore maybe Martine's plant grows faster. And you would think that until you look at the units. This is millimeters per day, while for Hannah's plant...
Okay. So if I want everything to be per day, there are 7 days a week. I need to make the bigger one smaller. So I would get 20 divided by 7 and a 3 millimeters per day. So in that sense, this is 1 under 3, like 2.9 I'm getting probably. Because it's not 21, it's 20. Why did I divide the other one by... Because I wanted to make it week, which in that case I had to... It was not supposed to be a division. It was supposed to be... I'm not good at this.
It's in centimeters per week. So in order to really compare them, we have to...
Let's see if he's doing the millimeter per day as the final... Yes. See? Yes, like this. So you have to multiply it. Days a week. So he's doing millimeter per week. But if you do it the other way around, 2.1. Oh, wow, I got that correct. My 2.1 was right. Oh my god. To make it centimeter per week. So whichever works. So I was right both times. Huh. Huh. That is unbelievable. Cool. Nice. So yes. Martine is doing better. GG indeed. Not expected. Exercise time. Let's see if we can prove it. Thank you. Okay. Is this the last thing? It's not? Okay, we'll just finish this part. One more video will remain. And then I'll be out of here. Okay. Let's take a hydration break. Programmer loop of Virgil? Saying, why isn't it working? Then why is it working? Oh, wait. Why have I not seen this? Maybe I have seen it. I just don't know the name. Exactly. I went from, did I get it right, to, wait, why did I get it right? All right, let's drink some water. Okay, I am ready to take on, oh my god, why is there's a pie in there. I'll share the GIF on your server. Thank you. Anyone here pronouncing GIF different ways? Because the other day I was thinking of the pronunciation of GIF, which is Jaif, which is the joke pronunciation. The formula for the surface area of a cylinder is... Excuse me, what? You're pronouncing it the correct way. Yeah, it's a joke. Because of the issue about pronunciation. So this is our area of a cylinder, where R is the radius, and H is the height. A certain pole... Oh, so this part is the normal area, and this part is adding the height, sort of. A certain pole has a cylinder-like shape where the base's radius is 10 centimeters and the height is 2 meters. So the only thing we'd have to do is change them. So let's make the meter into centimeter. Calculation would be, where is my 20? What is happening? So radius is R. This is R. This is H. The R has been taken out. The R has been killed. So, R is 10. And if I say 10 times, 10 plus, what's happening? 20. So, I think it's encouraging me to use, to turn this into meter, which means I'd have to divide it by, difference between centimeter and meter is 100. Oh. Last question. They never mentioned that they got the tree on the same day. You know what? That is a very valid question. Why are they comparing something? 200. Thank you. Yes. That is indeed a valid question. Loving the emojis. 200 for the meter. What is with these points? Because, like, okay. So here we have a 0.1. That's why we have so many 0 points here. And then I guess if we have a 0.1 and 2, would I have to do this thing where 0.1? It should be the same though. I would rather use 200 and 10 because they don't fry my brain. And here's another 10. And here I would get 210. Am I doing the correct thing? I have no idea. And then 2 1 0 0. Okay, actually this one happened. 210. 10 and a 210. I'm happy with that. Goodbye. Oh, okay. Hi. Hello. Like, where are the 0.1s coming from? Yay. Thank God I didn't drive myself into going Oh, question 2. In physics, work is defined as F times d, where F is force applied over distance. Why is that work? What do you mean work? A box is dragged across 20 meters with a force of 60 newtons, which are kilograms meter per centimeter squared. What calculations will give us the work done in joules? Oh, joules. Like pushing a cart. Thank you. Hi, what's up? Okay. So like not force exactly, but like similar. Because force is already in there. Okay, meter squared. 60, 20, and 60. Force applied over distance. Force is newtons, distance is meter. Expect me to get that? Okay. So the force is 60. Newtons itself is this. So I don't need to do this again. I just need to say 60 times 20. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm gonna do. And I don't know what else was happening. Because like the meter becomes squared and we have a meter and we're just giving the meter here, is my understanding. Cool. Why the hell are you trying to make it so confusing? The formula for average speed when traveling a distance of d over a time is Jeff and Cameron are arguing about which one of them is faster. Jeff says, I can run 7 kilometers per hour. Good for you, Jeff. Cameron says, I can run 100 meters per minute. Coffee, do you see what's happening here? For me, it's meters per minute. So simple question, you doubt yourself. Oh yes, I doubt myself every second of the day. Well, not always, but most of the time. So we have kilometers and hours, meters and minutes. Let's get those two people not fighting. So meter to kilometer, 1,000. Kilometer is kilo means 1,000, right? Yes. So 7,000 and divided by 60, because that's hour. And here we have 100. I guess I want to see how fast he runs in an hour. So like then I would have to say, it's just that I'm converting both sides. Or am I doing it exactly wrong? If we want to see... actually, I don't... We'll get there later. Let's just do the first one first. We have 100 meters per minute. And this is kilometer per hour. So the answer would be... I shouldn't do that. Let's do it bit by bit. You know what? Let me clear the board. Let's just do the... Okay. Kilometer, we have it. And then if we want to get minute from the hour, wait, 7 kilometers per hour is like a speed of like... Anyway, I can't compute. Yes, divide by 60, I get that, but here's what I'm trying to think. I remember when something was like here, we want to convert it. Why do I remember multiplying by it? Anyway, 70 divided by 6 has to be like a very, like 10 or 11, probably something around 11. But that's very little. Which, like, that should not be correct. Because it's not 700, it's 7,000. There we go. Brain worked. Yeah, I got that wrong. So it's 700 per. Okay. Now that works. 1,000 per 10 meter, 6 kilometer per hour. Per 10. Wait. So 700 now divided by 6 is 116.6. Now that makes sense to me. Jeff runs 116.6 meters per minute. Jeff is faster. Yeah, I think the one that I'm used to. Oh, for Cameron. They should just raise. Leave us out of it. So Jeff runs. One of them runs 1 kilometer per 10 minutes. The other one runs 6 kilometers, which means I actually understand what how you're trying to help me, because set up to be easy to convert. Oh, lol. I did the wrong way around. So we want to say times, I guess 1 times 60, and then this here meter to kilometer would be divided by. In conclusion, Jeff is faster because I'm remembering how I used to time my jogging, and it was in 10-minute intervals, like the one you said. Whew. Okay, I am not scared. The formula for length of the... What is that? This is right triangle in Cameron runs slower than I walk. Oh, okay, 100. Interesting. A squared plus b squared root, where a and b are the length of the triangle sides. This formula is derived from the Pythagorean theorem. From the side, a certain ramp has the right triangle shape. True, like this. We can say my triangles look lovely. Its height is 30 centimeters and horizontal length of 3 meters. Is this a horizontal length? 3 meters. And that's centimeters. What calculations should we get? So we got height. I actually do not understand Aaron's comment. This. Oh, okay, yep, you got it. Now I understand, actually. Yeah. So this is the horizontal length. What did we call this in school? Isn't it like h base and something? So height and horizontal length. Isn't this a do I need to know Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared? It right? What's happening to b here? And then because b is base, right? No, a is Do I need to know a lot about triangles? Because h, b, and a. Am I correct? No, I'm not correct. There has to be a c somewhere. Who's a, who's b, and who's c? 3 and 300. Okay. So this thing is the long side, the ramp, I would suppose. And we have a formula of a squared plus b squared, root, b and a and b, the right angle. And the horizontal length is... So any of them can be a and b because they are the same size? And we're saying height is 30, and this here is horizontal length. Horizontal means that way. Got it. Okay. 300. So we have those numbers. So length of the ramp in meters, meaning this here. We want this little thing. We have them. I still don't know which one is supposed to be the correct one, but it's B. Because for me it's 30 plus 300 squared and in the root, and you can see, well, I guess, and this is the 300 I have promised myself. Why are they both like this? I don't know, but this is the thing that speaks to me. In addition, we can swap a and b and we get the answer for c or h. Yes, that makes sense to me. If same side, they would say a or bb. I'm just gonna click check and see. We got it wrong. I got it wrong. Where did the we come from? Because I'm trying to get... I tried to turn the meter into centimeter. But if we try to turn the meter into centimeter, we would get this. They all make sense in a way. Is the only problem where a and b should be? Height, for me, height is a. In meters. Here's me trying. Wrong. Okay. But like A and D are just... Oh no, they're not. They don't have swapped places. We either try to make the 3 bigger with 100, or we make the 30 smaller with 100. And that was obviously wrong. No, we don't. No, the 3 is the meter. Is the thing that should be smaller. 30 bigger, 3 smaller. That's the 2 things we can do. And that's the 2 answers I see. And both of them were wrong. Why is the answer not A? I love your style of questioning. Because we have centimeters. And if we want to make it bigger into meter, we need to make it smaller. The answer has to be in meters, remember? I did not see this part. I did not remember this part. Okay, that makes sense. Now we have 30 centimeters, and if we want to turn it into meters, it has to be divided by 100. Okay, that makes sense. Yes. Thank you for the patience. My brain was telling me if centimeters goes into meter, you have to multiply it, but no. If we want to make something small bigger, it's not technically like division, correct? No. You were absolutely supporting me and trying to get my brain on track. Bonus question without help from chat. Let's try. I promise. Ooh, Pyramid of Giza. The formula for the volume of the pyramid is A times H, area, and base, divided by 3. That makes sense. The base of the Great Pyramid of Giza is about 53,000 square meters, mashallah. And the height is 150 meters. I don't think I remember that. Siga ignored, yeah. What calculations will give us estimated volume? So, volume is... everything is in meters. So I don't need to convert anything. We have area and height, square meter. So that's area, base, and 150. So do we say... oh, do we work with meter to square meter? We need to work with those. All right, hold up. This is what the pyramid looks like. And I don't think it's all same size though, right? How will you explain volume to a 5-year-old? I guess... Let me get a 5-year-old in my brain. How many things would a thing fit? Like, you have your toy box. How many toys would it fit? That's basically the volume, right? Because like in my mind, volume is like a tank of water. That's volume. I'd use liquid and rulers. Nice. Liquid is a good one though, because my brain saves volume in liquid as well. Great Pyramid of Giza. That's the base. So we have this whole part, 53,000 square meters. And the height... what is height? Like, all of this has to be height, not the ramp. Is 150. 150. My brain was about to write 150 like this. No, it wasn't. I don't use Arabic numbers. I really don't. 150. Okay. Do we need to convert stuff? Because, like, I don't want to convert anything. Everything is meters. Why do I need to do square meter and not? Chat, I apologize, but I'm not converting anything. If it's a mistake, we'll see. It wasn't. Whew. It wasn't a mistake. Nice. Our efforts are growing. Don't apologize. Some apologies are sarcastic. That was one of them. A significant ripple in your learning. With 45 skills under your belt, we've achieved level 10. Good for us. Honestly, this is like 80% chat. Toy example remind me to guesstimate questions. That's nice. Ooh. Okay, snoozing an ad. Guesstimating of like questions. Because like you can say how many, you could say squares, but that would be boring. It's like how many cows would this thing fit? Then that would have to be guesstimation, yeah. Last video of this part, and then I'm out of here. Ooh, we got proficient. That's nice. My badges. Ripple. Moonbase. Ooh, I like Moonbase. Okay. Reporting measurements.
In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about measurement and the idea that you really can't measure exactly the dimensions of something. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, no, of course we can measure the
I also think, of course, we can measure. Why can't we measure?
dimensions of something. Let's say I have some type of a...
Ooh, how many tennis balls can fit in an airplane? Yeah, exactly. Similar. But I feel like I could not imagine that one. 1,000? Oh, wait, you have to tell me if the airplane is a fighter jet or a person transportation.
some type of a gear over here. So let me draw my gear.
That's a cool
and
gear.
If I were to ask you that's not the best drawn gear, but if I were to ask you what's the inner diameter of the whole of the gear right over here, maybe you take a ruler out right over here. So this is my ruler, and that you are able to see when you measure it that it is 1 centimeter in diameter.
Cool.
But then I say, is it exactly 1 centimeter?
I mean, if you have to go to the nanometer length, maybe not.
And then you realize, well, yeah, let me get a little bit more precise. Maybe you get a magnifying glass out here. So this is the lens of my magnifying glass. And you zoom in a little bit. Maybe you get a better ruler that marks off the millimeters. And you actually say, oh, well, when I look a little bit closer, it actually turns out it's not exactly 1 centimeter. It's actually closer to 1.1 centimeters. And then I ask you,
I guess when we come to real world objects, okay, fine. We don't know how leveled. Did anyone see the eye video? I saw it on Reddit yesterday and I showed my sister and she was like, I've already seen it. So I guess it was making rounds. It's a video zooming on a pupil of an eye. And I will say, if you don't like looking at weird things, don't look at that video. Because like at the end, it looks like fingers. And that weirded me out. So yes.
is that exactly the inner diameter of this gear here? And you're like, okay, well, let me get out a microscope. And then you realize, oh, you're right. It's actually 1.089 centimeters. And then I ask you, is that exactly right? And then you're like, yeah.
You're being really annoying. Like the cones themselves look like fingers. Yes, yes, they did. The thing that is like exactly at the black part of your eye, the retina. Wait, pupil is the black part, or is it the whole color part? Yeah, I don't have all the names. Rods and cells. Yep. Maybe.
I guess you're right. You know, I haven't measured to the nearest.
As cones are the thing at the back of your eye, so we're not supposed to see that. No. None of those. Like just your eye, the part that everybody can see, zoomed in. That's it. That was it.
To the height or the width of an atom. To do that, I would need a lot more precision right over here. And so maybe I need some type of an electron microscope.
Yeah, so the flesh around the pupil then, the I guess it's called a retina, right? What color are your eyes? Brown. Normal human colors. I guess that's why I chose brownish for my model.
But even if you're able to do that, and that would be many decimal places to the right of the decimal point.
Cornea, that's also a word I know, is in the front of it, and there's fluids. This word, I think, is called, I don't know. Pupil itself is the emptiness behind the eye. Blue comes from, huh? Blue? Yes, comes from just one person. Isn't blue the lack of color in the eye, I think? And brown is like color, helps protect from the sun. Blue eyes were a mutation. Oh, you mean like in the past? I guess they didn't need the protection from the sun when they went to cold places, right? Okay.
Point here, if you're measuring in centimeters, you could still ask, well, is that exactly right? Maybe you could measure the parts of an atom, or to a measurement even smaller than an atom. And
we don't want to go into the quantum realm.
Later on, you might study quantum physics, and there are some levels of granularity where you can't get a true measurement below that. But as you can see, it is somewhat arbitrary for our everyday life. And so the question is, which one do you pick? Or
whatever you like, basically.
How much trouble do you get, or how much trouble do you take to get to these different levels of precision? And the answer is, well, it just depends. If the goal was, hey, we just want to make multiple copies of maybe jewelry.
I mean, we could measure down to the Planck length, but I guess there are labs that do that, but for me, I don't want to go anywhere below centimeters when it comes to measuring. Like measuring clothes, so stuff like that. I don't need to go down to the Planck length.
of this little cog here. So we're going to want to
And we're back. That was a unplanned break. Someone wanted to check something.
we're going to want to put some type of, I don't know, gold chain through it. And we say, hey, we need at least 3/4 of a centimeter in order to get the rope or the chain through it. Well, then this first measurement, that's enough precision. But if I told you...
I guess when it comes to like gold, they might go even more down. I doubt they would go to the nanometer length, but yeah.
This gear is going to be an essential part of the space shuttle, or some type of really important machinery that has really fine tolerances. I guess people aren't using the space shuttle anymore, but some finely engineered automobile, or something that's going to have needs really close tolerances. It needs to be really, really precise. Well, then even this 1.089 centimeters might not be enough. You might have to get to something like it's 1.089203 centimeters.
I mean,
to be able to be...
You probably need to change your unit at a point without needing so many, right? Like maybe car parts, smaller car parts. How do you measure 1 second? Get your clock app out. Like smaller than a second is a nanosecond, like that? I mean, I don't go lower than a second if I need to measure time, if that's what you mean, without that. Oh, I have a story for that. I mean, not a story, but like I have an actual measurement. radioactive decay of like cesium atom, atomic clock, but also what about pulsars? I think they also help with measuring time. But personally, there was a time where I needed to measure time without being able to see a clock, and that was when I was doing a driving test. And I don't remember exactly what I was supposed to count. Was it like 10 seconds before, like you stop 10 seconds and then you continue? So I think, I don't know if I used Alhamdulillah or Subhanallah or something, but like one of those things, like Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, something like that. So like you probably have different, yes, exactly, 1,000 to 1,000, exactly. That's the English version. But yeah, so I remember someone telling me use this, repeat it 10 times, because I guess even the speed would matter, right? But that's what I used. Recorded it using slow-mo camera. That's smart. I'm quite okay with quartz crystals for my everyday. What is that? You can always say, yeah. Springs and cogs did pretty well in the past. Absolutely. Yeah. You know what? I also do not mind a sundial. I can sort of try to tell the time with the sun and the shadows. And actually, the angle of the sun in the sky, I think if you hold out your hand out, each finger is 15 minutes? Am I wrong? I heard that somewhere. Don't trust me. I think.
Really, really finely crafted. We're nowhere close with our everyday tools to get anywhere close to, say, the width or the height of an atom, and you could even, in theory, measure within the atom. And so you just have to think about what the measurement is for. I'll give another example. This right over here is a picture of Mount Everest. You might know it as the tallest mountain in the world. And if you were to ask...
Actually, based on sea level, I think it's the second tallest mountain, I think. Quartz crystals vibrating with small amount of electricity is what is used in most electronics, from watches to computers. That sounds like magic.
Ask someone, how tall is Mount Everest? If you were to do a web search for it right now, you would...
Are we in an ad break? I think we're in an ad break. I just realized that we're in an ad break. Hello, ad break. What can we do when an ad break is happening? I should have like some sort of a sign that says ad break, but then the person would not see it. And if I just continue saying ad break, a person would understand that it's an ad break. 20 seconds of ad break left. We've got this. When that video ends, I can try and almost end the stream. Maybe. And ad break ended. Hello, community. We're back. I don't know if anyone got ads, but if anyone did, hi, welcome back. And if you didn't, I should have said when it's an ad break, take a minute to rest your eyes, you know? I should have said that. Now I'm saying it. And I should maybe do that.
Find that it is 8,848 meters.
And actually, okay, you got ads. And also, like, take a minute to rest your eyes, maybe stretch. Show me more ads. Nah, we're good. Yeah. Maybe later. I don't have any ads for now. I don't think there's a button that says show ads. Honestly, it would have been nice to like time. I mean, I guess it is sort of timed ads. Because it's... Can I click on them? Your choice. Or breathe. Double inhale. So exhale. Ooh, double inhale. I think my type of breathing is like 4 in, 8 out. Which is... Yeah. I mean, that's the type of slow breathing exercise I would do, not normal breathing. 8,848 meters. And how about in centimeters?
Tall. Now, this is clearly rounded to the nearest meter. Because if you were to go to the top of Mount Everest, you'll see little pebbles. In fact, those pebbles might move around. And so the actual precise height of
God, like there should be someone at the qimma, the top of the top part, summit, right? It's called the summit. And like every time there's a storm or a wind, they should recount the pebbles to make sure that they have the accurate number.
Mount Everest might change actually second by second, depending if rain is falling, snow is falling, how the wind is moving different pebbles around.
True.
But for most of our daily purposes, this is sufficient. In fact, for a lot of us, we might not even need this level of precision. We might say, hey, it's roughly, or it's approximately,
850?
we'd estimate that it's about 9,000 meters. But there are applications where you would need at least this level of precision, or maybe something even more precise.
I would say 8,850.
For example, if you wanted to compare it to another mountain, say K2, which is the second tallest mountain in the world, and let's say they are close in height. And actually, if you were to do a Google search, you would see that K2 has a height of 8,611 meters, rounded to the nearest meter. You would see that that 9,000 meter approximation wouldn't be enough. If you round to the nearest kilometer, I guess, that wouldn't be enough to be able to compare Mount Everest to K2, because rounded to the nearest kilometer, they're both approximately 9 kilometers. So this is approximately 9,000 meters as well. So
What about speed of light? Are we talking about how we measure it?
you would need more precision. If you wanted to answer which one is taller, you'd have to get at least to the closest 100 meter. And then there's reasons why you might want to get even more precise. Maybe you want to create a slide from the top of K2 to the bottom of K2. And so you can imagine if your slide
That would be a fun slide that I would never want to go on.
is too long by, let's say, 3 meters, well, it's going to be hard to get on that slide on the top, or it's going to dig into the snow at the bottom. And if your slide is too short by 3 meters, that's a pretty unpleasant thing. After you go on this seemingly super fun slide, you have to drop 9 feet at the end. Or really, if you're off, what if you're off by 10 meters? Then you're going to drop 30 feet off the end, which could really break some bones and be unpleasant. So the big takeaway.
Oh God!
Davinci just traded with 3 viewers.
No! Hi, Bamboo! Ah, Puzzle Raid. Hi! What's up? What were you guys doing? Welcome! Ooh, hi 539. Welcome! How did the stream go? And what were you guys doing? Because we're here struggling with math, but in a fun way. We're enjoying it. Doing some music transcription? What does that mean? For fan subbing project. That sounds fancy. Wait, did I not do a shout out? Did I do wrong? Help! I'm trying to do a shout out. Okay, let me try again. Is it? Oh, darn it! I've used I used the wrong. I used yep. Measuring mountains here. Yeah, we're out here. Measuring mountains. / writing down what you. That is so cool. No way. Like trying to hear music and then write it down in a music sheet. That is so fancy. That's so smart. Wow. I mean, your brain works at a different level, man. MashaAllah. I'm here, measuring these mountains. And I think I was like, yeah, that's 8,611 meters, you know? Yeah, no, we're studying math here and trying to talk about units and what makes sense and what doesn't. So, actually, to answer a question that I saw in the chat, for distance between the sun and Earth is, I think, 8 minutes, but how precise do we want to be? That's what I remember. And I think for the moon and the Earth is like, it's either a girl is live coding music. Ooh. Oh, I bet that is possible for Pembu, because like coding and music and all of that. Why not? That would be really cool. I don't know what time it is on Pembu's side, but chat, let's ask Pembu to go ahead and rest. Because I think they need to go ahead and rest. I hope you had fun in your stream. I'm having the time of my life. with math. See, I knew it because I remember when we were talking about collaborating, I was like, I should stop at a time that's reasonable for you. And I feel like it was my 8 a.m. or 9. Yeah. Go get some rest from transcribing music.
Way is, it's very hard to measure anything perfectly precisely, and you have to think about what's the application? What are you trying to answer? What are you trying to judge about those things to determine how much precision you need in your measurement?
If you want to make a slipping slide, or the things that go up mountains, what is it called in English? I forgot. I'll take you up on that. Then have fun with math. Yep. Having fun with math. Where are we right now? We did our 6-week streak is now streaking, and world problems with multiple units. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy that one as much. For unit 3, wait, we have one part left, and then we get the unit test, and then we can go to linear equations and graphs. Oh, I'm gonna hopefully have fun there. But I don't want to start this part. I think I'm gonna be not greedy and pause here because we have tomorrow. We can come back tomorrow and actually finish this so that we can prepare for unit 4. Let me check this. I like checking this percentage. Okay, all right. I think it's actually similar to last time because we haven't done any unit tests, so that would be fair. Alrighty. I think I might need to go. If anyone has anybody they might want to raid, let me know. I am looking at hold up, let me check something. Okay. I don't have anyone to rate on my side. I feel like I feel like it's not fair to leave so early, but it's okay. I've been here for 2 hours and a half, and I probably need to go and have some breakfast. So yeah, I am thankful for everyone who said hi today. I appreciate that. And like, I say sorry, but I don't mean it in a way that's like it's not like, I hope I didn't it wasn't annoying. That's to that level of like apology. Not like, I'm not apologizing for being myself. I'm just saying I hope my streams are not annoying. That's all. Inshallah, the plan is to stream tomorrow. Yes. Today is somewhat of a busy day for me, but tomorrow is not going to be. So I was iffy about streaming today, but tomorrow, inshallah, I don't have a reason to be iffy about it. So see you tomorrow, 2.5 hours ago. If you can make it, it's cool. If not, hey, life happens. That is for sure. So I wish you a lovely day, and I think I will post a reel later in the day. So if you feel like it, you can watch that. You don't have to. My marketing skills are on fire. If you feel like you can follow or subscribe, you don't have to. Just do whatever makes you feel good about life. Okay, I am going to go and have breakfast. Thank you for being here, and I wish you a lovely rest of your day. I'm going to the end screen now. Thank you. Bye-bye. One day I'm going to set that thing up. One day. Not today. Bye.